And a good morning to you all. And things are back in the wintertime mode here in the Erie area. You're looking at a live shot here at the airport where the snow has really tapered off in the past half hour. Always hard to tell here. Just looking at the cars, though, I'd say a couple of inches at the airport have fallen. 12th Street looks wet right now. And with the snow tapering off across much of the region, as kind of round one moves on out, let's go to downtown Erie and see how things look there. Kind of a misnomer, this is bark worse than bite. State Street has been pretty much salted. Looks like an inch or two in downtown Erie. Edinburgh earlier, Lori reported about 2.5. Doesn't look like you had a whole lot in the past half hour there. And out toward Meadville, not a lot. Trace, you can see sidewalks are bare, and never really expected a ton for the Meadville area. This is supposed to be a lakeshore event. I'm going to go to our tower cam, but I have a feeling it's shrouded in low clouds and snow. Let me see here. Just calling it up. Kind of slow here. Yeah, it's still covered. Most of that's because of snow cover on the lens. It's not we're not having a whiteout condition here. Believe me. I think Girard also had a pretty good snow cover on their lens. Yeah. So, but you can see here, even in the little holes poked through, just some flurries. Doesn't look like they had more than an inch of accumulation out in Girard. So snow amounts haven't been horrendous. We got about 3 here at the studio. We had reports of 4 inches of snow out toward Harbor Creek. So let me know what you guys got here. Thanks, Shelly. Less than an inch in Corey. Hey, Celine. Oh, 1.4. Okay. So not even 2 inches at the airport. Celine is pretty much there. Thanks, Celine. I was hoping you'd chime in today. Hello, Diane. Good to see you. April Bailey, good morning to you. Hey, Rose, out in Meadville, a little snowy weather. And yeah, Burr, it's a cold one. Temperatures from our weather watchers pretty much in the upper 20s to the lower 30s. And with temperatures like this, you don't need a lot of snow for slippery roads. So again, not that anything is horrendous, nothing we haven't seen, before in our lifetimes here, but this has been such a lame wintertime that, it's you got to get back into wintertime mode. Got to be careful there. With the slowdown in the snow, we don't have a lot of good road reports. But from what I saw just on our cameras, and I know PennDOT has been out, I'm guessing, I think it's a pretty good bet that the highways are in better shape now. But just take it slow, take the usual precautions as you plan your travels for the morning. Now, as far as the rest of the day, here's the way things are looking through the day. And you can see things seem to kind of tail off as we head on, particularly into the afternoon. So I'm not bullish on a lot more snow for the area for the rest of the day. Now, I'm not saying no snow. I think, generally speaking, in the Lake Shore counties, Ashtabula, Erie, Chautauqua, an additional 1 to 3 here in Erie, maybe another inch or so downtown Erie. But basically from Route 20, 26th Street to Waterford, Wattsburg, maybe out toward Albion and Cranesville, McCain, you could get another 2 to maybe 4 inches more for today on top of what's already fallen. Crawford, Warren counties, another inch or 2 in general on top of what's already fallen. So, we figured, I think the snow total amount map that I have is still fairly accurate for total snow. 2 to 4 Lakeshore, 2 to 4 up until you notice here that we have the purple here roughly along Route 20, not I-90. So, we're still looking at 2 to 4 north of Route 20, maybe, couple of inches, close to the 2 downtown area, close to the 4 Route 20, I-90 to maybe Edinburgh. Edinburgh, I could see you get another 2 inches or so. So maybe another, excuse me, another 2 to 3 inches there. So 4 to 7 total. Locally, higher amounts are possible in the belts. By the time you get to Meadville, I think even 2 inches might be a stretch here for Meadville and Warren and the Titusville area. So those are the total snowfalls for the day. And let's see. Let's go back here. Who else is calling in? Hey, Lori, still 2.5 inches of snow. Hello to you. Whoops. Okay. Bob and Sue, good morning to you. Hey, Jen, good to see you. Um, okay, Jen, at the house at the end of the runway, you got about 2 inches of snow. Okay. So again, that 1.5 to 2 inches out at the airport. Jen got 29 degrees there on the Mercyhurst corridor. My guess is probably a couple of inches of snow as well. Hi, Phil. It's good to see you. Hey, Holly. 4+ inches, I-90 and Route 80 and I-86. And that jives well with Dawn, our weather watcher, that's also in that area. She also had about 4 inches of snow, but that was about an hour ago. And the I-90 corridor seems to have had the most. I just checked outside. We have a solid 3 here at our studios, maybe a touch more. Yep, this is the kind of snow that sticks to the trees there, Jen, so definitely something. Well, glad you like them, Chuck. And, oh boy, Zephyr Hills. Okay, Florida, good to see you. Yeah, it is January, and again, it's interesting that I have to emphasize that it's actually snowing. So usually we don't get this concerned, so to speak, unless we have 6, 7, 8 inches of snow. But it's a heavier, wet snow. We're getting a little lull in the action now for many of you, and as always, I know you've heard this so many times before about how the radar overshoots. These are lower topped snow bands, so the cloud tops aren't very high, and the radar is overshooting the bands. That's how things are here. So that's how it goes. That's why the radar isn't quite as good. But the grand scheme of things, as mentioned, I think generally another 1 to 3 additional accumulations from most of Ashtabula, Erie, Chautauqua County. Locally, up to 4 inches more between Route 20 and Route 6. Some of you may get more, get that much more for the day. But after today, as you can see, things really taper off. This is a one-day event. The snow, for the most part, should end by midnight, maybe another inch or so for tonight. And then we're just cold for the weekend, but dry. Don't see us getting out of the 20s. Good call there, Craig. He lowered my high from 32 to 27, and I'm glad he did, because it definitely is going to be cold. Even Sunday, near normal, 36, some sunshine. And Martin Luther King Day, which is Monday, boy, we've had some nasty weathers on there. I could just see all the video, of the parades going on where it's like sleeting and snowing. But the parade goers, they're hardy people. And this year, though, looks better. Low 40s. And you can see fairly mild for much of next week. Okay, people, got to fly here. Again, just be careful on the roadways as you plan your travels for this heavier, wetter type of snow. And then enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you on Monday. Take care.